did my love go? Santa, I'm waiting for him, but he's nowhere inside, and all of the presents are still by the tree. They don't mean a thing till he's here with me. If you know where he is, please give him a ride, and I will wait here by the candlelight, 'cause he's the...
Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, The Baking Diva, and I want to give a big shout out to all my new subscribers. I have several of you that have come on board to take this little baking journey with me, and I just want to thank you because I really appreciate your support. Well, trying to get my Christmas cookies done, baking them all and getting them in the freezer, because we only have 10 days until Christmas, so I don't want to waste any time. I think we should get started now. So what do you think? And I have my antlers on, dressed in character for this video. So here we go. What am I going to make for you today? Well, today the Diva is going to make for you chocolate covered cherry cookies. Do you like chocolate covered cherries? I do. And I think last year on my channel I put a cherry chip dip that was so good. It was a dessert dip. I'll try to remember to put the link to that in the description box in case you want to look that one up. It's so good. So we're going to get started. If you're a cherry lover and a chocolate lover, you're going to love these cookies, and they're not hard to make at all. So what are you going to need? Well, before we even get started, you're going to need cherries, but we're going to use maraschino cherries. Now I have a jar here. These happen to be Tillin Farms maraschino cherries, but you can use any maraschino cherries you want. Just make sure that they're pitted. You don't want pits in your cherries, and try to get the stemmed one. If you can't get them without the stems, it's okay. You'll just take the stems off yourself. And also what you want to do with your cherries, you can see I have them in a bowl here. You want to take them out of the juice in the jar, but don't discard the juice. No. And then you're going to put them on a paper towel, and you're going to put another paper towel on top of it and just pat them, because you want to get the juice off the cherries at this point. And then you put them in a bowl and you'll just put them aside. And if you're not sure what maraschino cherries are, I remember when I was a kid, my dad used to make me what they called Shirley Temples, and they were like ginger ale with a maraschino cherry in it, and you put a little of the cherry juice in, or sometimes they put, I don't know if it was called grenadine, not sure, but anyway, they were like an imitation adult drink for kids, and they were so good. We used to say, can we have a Shirley Temple? So anyway, those are the kind of cherries you use for that. And also, now that we have the cherries out of the way, we're going to get started. So preheat your oven to 350 degrees, and then line your baking sheets with parchment paper. All right, now with a hand mixer or a stand mixer, I'm using my stand mixer, we're going to put in there a half a cup softened butter, and we're also going to put in there 1 cup of granulated sugar. I'm going to put my bowl up, I'm going to put my beater on, and I'm going to beat this till it's light and fluffy. Okay, it's light and fluffy. You'll see the color changes a lot, and it gets a very pale yellowy white. So to this, we're going to add 1 egg, and we're going to put in a half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. And then we're going to combine that. Now while that's mixing, I'm going to take another bowl. that's all mixed, in another bowl, I'm going to put my dry ingredients. So in this bowl, we are going to put 1½ cups of all-purpose flour. The recipe will be in the description box for you as usual, and I pre-measured everything for the sake of time. And to the flour, we're going to add 1/2 cup of unsweetened cocoa powder, 1/4 teaspoon of salt. I'm going to get my 1/4 teaspoon out here. Here we go. Here it is. And we're going to put 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder and 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. Okay. We have all of that put in there, and then with either a whisk or a spoon, whatever, just mix that all to get it all incorporated. And then once you get all your dry ingredients incorporated, we're going to add them to our wet ingredients. That's pretty easy, right? We do our wet, then we do our dry. There goes my clock. And then we put them all together. All right, so I think this is all pretty well incorporated. Okay. All right, now I'm going to slowly add this to this. So let me just lower my mixer for a minute and put a little bit of this in. Start mixing it. And then we'll put the rest in. Whoopsie. And we'll mix that. Okay. Start it out slow because you don't want a poof of a flour cloud all over your kitchen. Okay. This is a super easy recipe and it's so delicious. Wow, I love chocolate covered cherries, and I love cherries, and I like chocolate. So what's better than putting chocolate and cherries together? Okay, I'm going to put the rest of my mixture in, my flour mixture, or my dry mixture, I should say. Get all of that in there. Okay. All right, put this aside. Bowl up and mix the rest of it. Okay. Now while that's all mixing, you're going to get out your parchment lined baking sheet. So I have 2 of them here. I'm going to put them off to the side here. Your batter, your cookie batter is going to look like a nice rich chocolate. Oh, does that smell chocolatey? Heaven, the angels are going to be singing on this recipe. Okay. Always take your spatula and scrape the sides of your bowl. Gets everything. This way you can make sure you get everything incorporated in there. This is going to be a very thick batter. Okay. Just give that another whirl. Okay. See, I'm going to scrape this cookie dough, look at that, off of my beater, pretty thick, and I'm going to refrigerate it for just maybe 20 or 30 minutes. And then after I take it out of the refrigerator, I'm going to show you what we do next. And you're going to love it, so don't go away. Okay, I took the dough out of the refrigerator. After about 20 minutes, I wrapped it in saran wrap and made a ball. You just want to chill it a little bit, not too much. Alrighty, so now I'm going to show you how we place this on the cookie sheet. So you're going to pinch a little bit of the dough here, and you're going to make it into a ball. Say, probably about 1 inch is good. Now, you're going to place your ball on the cookie sheet. Then you're going to take your thumb or whatever. You want to make a thumbprint in the dough. Right like that in the middle. Maybe I can hold it up and show you a little bit, the thumbprint. Now, you want to take one of your maraschino cherries that have the stems off them, and remember, no pits, and you're going to place it right inside that little imprint. So let me make another one. Very easy to roll this dough. Comes out beautifully. Put it down, make a thumbprint in it, because you want to get your cherry into that thumbprint, and then you do that. So I'm going to hold those up for you. So I'm going to continue to do these all off camera, and I'm going to put them in the oven. They're going to stay in the oven for approximately 10 minutes. Okay, while these are baking in the oven, let me show you what we're going to do next. We are going to take 1 cup of semi-sweet chocolate morsels. We're also going to take a half a cup of sweetened condensed milk together, and then we're going to microwave it till it all melts. We just like to microwave this at little intervals until you get it nice and smooth. It's better to check it after every, I would say, 10 or 15 seconds, because you don't want to burn your chocolate. So let me get these baking. I'll mix ingredients together, and then I'll come back and show you how we finish up these chocolate covered cherry cookies. So stay tuned. Okay. Here's the cookies that I just took out of the oven. Alrighty? Now, I mixed the condensed milk with the chocolate morsels in the microwave, but it's still very thick. So I'm going to put these cookies down so I don't burn my hand. And what you're going to do now, as soon as you melt this, and if you don't have a microwave, you can do it over a double boiler, you're going to add your 2 or 3 teaspoons of the cherry juice to this chocolate. As soon as it comes out, and we're going to stir it, and hopefully it's going to get nice and smooth, because when you first heat the two, they're pretty thick. Okay. All right. So what you want to do is, let me get this all soft. What you want to do is, while your cookies are still hot, you want to take, this is pretty thick. Might have to put a little bit more cherry juice in. You want to take a teaspoon of this chocolate mixture. I'm going to put a little more in. And you want to spoon it over the cookie, just completely covering the cherry. Because these are also, besides being delicious, chocolate covered cherry cookies, they're surprise in size cookies. When people bite into them, they're going to find a nice surprise in there. Let me put this spoon aside. Take my teaspoon. I'm going to take some of this chocolate. See what I have here? I'm going to spoon it, and you don't have to make it real neat. I'm going to just spoon it, and it's going to slide down just so you cover that cherry. Isn't that cool looking? Look at that. And they are going to basically sit out there. You can put them on a cooling rack. You don't want to store these. No, not until all the chocolate has set on here. So can you imagine what these are going to taste like? They're going to bite into this delicious chocolate cookie, and they're going to have a cherry inside. Oh, look at that. Doesn't matter if it drips down the sides a little. That's perfectly fine. These are going to be so yummy. Oh, look at this. Imagine these little babies out on your cookie platter. So I'm going to keep doing this until I'm all done. I'll be back to show you what they look like after they harden and to do a taste testing. But I guess I should remind you at this point that if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I would certainly love to have you. You just have to go down below and hit that red subscribe. And the little bell next to it, hit that. That's the notification bell. And it says above, right above it. And every time I put a new video on YouTube, you'll just get a notification. That's all. It's free. Doesn't cost anything. Nobody bothers you. You just won't miss out. So anyway, in a few days, I have another good cookie recipe coming up that you won't want to miss. So So stay tuned. We'll do a taste testing in a few minutes after I finish these. So I'll be right back. So I finished making the cookies. Look at these beauties, these chocolate covered cherry cookies. These are chocolate cookies, and when your friends or family bite into them, they're going to find a nice surprise under that chocolate. A nice cherry. So I am going to taste test one of these right now. So let me see, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I haven't had lunch yet, so I'll taste a little baby one. Let me see. I only got probably 2.5 dozen of these cookies because I made them pretty big and I put a lot of chocolate on the top. If you want to get more cookies, you need to make them a little bit smaller. So let me taste this and I'll let you know what I think. Boom. Look at that cherry inside. Chewy, a little crispy on the outside, chewy on the inside, sweet. You won't need a ton of these. When you bite into that cherry with the chocolate, so good. 2 thumbs up. Now all I need now is a nice cold glass of milk to finish this cookie with. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. Give them a try. Anybody that likes a nice sweet chocolate covered cherry is going to enjoy these. So I hope everyone has a very, very Merry Christmas. And I hope to see you soon. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the next cookie recipe. I'll give you a little hint. It has to do with chocolate, maybe espresso. That's the only hint I'm going to give you. So anyway, thank you all for watching. Love each and every one of you. I'll see you very soon. Toodles!